Hello viewers. So in this video, let's look at how to build and run a C++ program using the Eclipse integrated development environment. So before we start doing anything, we first of all have to download the Eclipse IDE. For that, what you can do is you can just visit to eclipse.org website here and then click on the download button, and then you will be able to download for whatever the architecture of your machine. In my case, I had to do the x86 64 for my Fedora. And once you're done, you will have a zip archive or a tarball downloaded into your download directory. I have extracted that here. So this will be the installer. When you double click on the installer, you will be brought, you'll be able to see something like this, and the installer will bring up this list of uh, perspectives to install actually. So if you're a Java developer, you can choose Eclipse IDE for Java. If you're a Java enterprise developer, such as person who will be developing web developers and if you're a web developer and if you're doing web application development and things like that, you can choose that. And if you're a C++ developer, you can choose this. Likewise, there are other flavors as well, so you can choose this one for C++. But in case if you had chosen something else. For example, I chose Java developers because I had to do some Java development previously. In that case, you can still install this on top of that. So if you choose this one, that would be much easier. But if you happen to, let's say, had installed this one, the way to install that is then you bring up your Eclipse environment once you install it. Then you can go into the help section and install new software. And here you can choose all available sites, or whatever your particular version. And once you are there, it will bring up this particular uh, a list of things, and under here you can choose the programming languages, and you can choose C++ development tool SDK, and then click on next, and follow the on-screen instructions to install, and you will have to then restart the IDE. And then once you're done with it, that's it, and you're ready to develop C++ applications. And to see whether you have the capability to run build C++ applications, you can go into the file new section under here. If you don't see C++, because I installed Java thing first, I see Java specific details here mostly. And if you, let's say, if you happen to install the C++ one, most probably here you will see C++ projects as well. Otherwise, you had to choose other section, and then you have to go through these sections to see your C++ section. As you can see, I can see the C++ section. I can choose C++ project, click next, and then choose whatever the tool chain. So here it is configured, and by default it chooses the Linux GCC, which is the compiler, GNU compiler collection that I have already installed. And if you want to see how to install that, look at my previous video on how to build and run a C++ program in Linux, uh, in which I'm talking about. I talk about how to install GCC, G++ compilers, and Clang compiler, and so forth. And once you have that thing, you can select this and you can choose, let's say, Hello World. So because this video is about how to uh, run a C++ application on Eclipse, I'll keep it simple. So once you do that thing, it's going to ask open the C++ perspective, and that's because I have multiple perspectives here, because I chose Java first and then I also installed C++ plugins You can also install other programming language plugins such as Python, PHP, and so forth. And then whenever you create such a project, it will ask whether you want to move into that perspective, which does make sense. So I will just choose open perspective. And then as you can see, I have some of the applications here. If you that is uh, distracting, you can close that off as well. For example, I can just choose this so that you will only see your hello world. And then in a C++ program, obviously you will have source files, multiple source files, and sometimes you might have header files. So these header files are system header files to better organize your source files. I can create a new folder called source, and under which we can create a new um, simply a new file or a source file. It's simply that's the best approach to do. So I'll say hello world.cpp. So you can choose whatever the name that you like, but let's choose that. And I'm gonna get rid of all the comments. We'll come back to the syntax of C++ and C++'s rules and other details on how to develop complex programs in subsequent videos. We look at that, but in this video, we're going to keep it very simple. And so this is, in general, the simplest uh, Hello World program that anybody can just try out to test their tool chain to start with. And so IO stream, if you don't know about all of those, don't worry. So just follow what I'm just typing in, and you can say hello world, and I'm gonna say L, and then I'm gonna say return 0. And if you type all of this in the correct format, you should be able to get rid of all these errors as well. So it just takes a little bit of time because it's the first time that I'm writing a C++ application. So once you have this thing, all the errors should disappear. So I'll just organize this way. And once you're done, you can easily build it by right-clicking here and build, or you can right away run as well. So I just want to show you how to build and run, or else you can also choose run here, uh, or project build all. These are like different ways to do that thing. You can choose whatever the way that you like. So build the project. So this is gonna build it, and looks like everything went on well. Otherwise you will see uh, errors here in red color font and things like that. Then you will be able to go through and see what's wrong. And for example, if I just, in case if I had missed the semicolon over there, and let's say if I build it, it's gonna show me that expected semicolon before the closing uh, parenthesis here, or closing. Um, so I'll have this particular line added back. So, and let's rebuild again. Um, yeah, as expected, it should go on, and then you can right click and run as a local C++ application, or you can also choose here. So if I do this thing, you'll be able to see your output quite clearly. And maybe if you could just do that thing also, it runs on this way. And there are a lot of other settings also that you can work on. If you just go here, C++ build, various other settings. I'll leave that exercise for you for now. And whenever we develop applications, C++ applications, we'll see whatever those relevant settings that needs to be changed in due time. I'll see you in another post very soon. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks a lot for watching.